Hey guys, good evening and thanks for joining. So we will continue definitions. Okay, I think today and tomorrow it will take definitions only. So next definition is correlation. So correlation meaning here. So we have to use some of the logic, some of the algorithm, and we have to map one event with another event. Okay. So one event with another event we have to map. Finally, one correlation linking one event with another event based on some of the specific logic or algorithm or condition. That is called correlation. Okay. So linking one event with another event or mapping is called as correlation. So why we have to map and why we have to link one event with another event or using some of the logic to generate the alert notification. Without generating the alert notification or instant notification, we are not sure what is happening in the organization level whenever any attacks are happening, right? So that's why we have to map these correlation rules, and also we have to map those abnormal events. Once we are mapping these abnormal events to the correlation rule, then finally alerts will be generated. So next one is correlation rule. So linking same thing, one event with another event. And also mapping, then defining the logic based on the specific condition using Boolean algebra functions. Functions called as correlation rule. So meaning here, so we have to map the events. Once those logs are going and mapping and hitting that particular logic, then finally alerts will be generated. That logic, how we have to create using some of the algorithm or using some of the Boolean algebra functions. So practical, I will show you how to create a correlation rule. Okay. So here, whenever any abnormal events or logs are reflecting in the SIEM tool, so as I said, every SIEM tool or every security tool basically working on a simple funda is policies or rules. So based on these rules, these logs, it will go and it will hit that particular logic, what are we configured or what are we defined. Based on that algorithm, one of the instant alert notification will be generated. So whatever logic we are defining and whatever events we are mapping, so that conditions we can call it as a correlation rule. So correlation rules, some of the times we can refer as a even use cases as well. For each and every attack, we have to create a correlation rule. Okay, just to only, I think 1 hour or 2 hours back, one of the student is attended Wipro interview. So in this concept, today concept, whatever we are discussing, approximate more than 15 minutes, they asked about these questions only. What is normalization? What is parsing? What is correlation? What is correlation rule? Do you know how to create customized correlation rules? Approximate 50 minutes. So discussion about only these 4 topics only. So parsing, normalization, correlation, and correlation rule creation. Additionally, what is the difference between encryption and hashing? Then what is the difference between symmetric and asymmetric? And explain about one of the most recent investigation, whatever you have done. Okay, so then finally he cleared the interview. That's all. So this is the way how it will work. Finally, one more question is related to architecture. IBM Curator architecture. And as I said, one more question is related to dashboard creation, report generation. All these things will be done by L3 team, basically. Correlation rule creation, dashboard generation, report generation, okay, fine tuning, logs integration. So, but he's a part of L2, but L2 level also they asked about all these questions. So now coming back on the correlation rule, correlation rule, here we will create one of the logic. So that logic, how we have to create, I will explain in the future, don't worry. So coming back, this correlation rule also called as, so use case creation, use case creation. For every attack, for each and every attack, whatever we discussed so far, approximate more than 50 attacks, every attack we have to create correlation rule. So once we are creating that policy or correlation rule using some of the logic, these logs will go and it will hit that rules, and finally alerts will be generated. Once that alerts are received, then we have to go and we have to do the instant analysis or instant investigation. Okay. So this is implementation level, but still they are expecting for L2 and L3 level, especially L3. So there are two different types of rules normally every SIEM tool will support. Okay, what are those two different types of rules? There are two different types of rules every SIEM tool will support. One is customized. Second one is default. So customized and default rules. This is applicable to once again every tool. Customized meaning here based on our requirement. Okay, so we can go and we can create a rule based on our business requirement. What type of attacks we have to monitor in our organization level. So that is called customized one. Example, maybe today one of the new ransomware attack is coming in the organization level. So example, Block Magic. Block Magic was there on the December 4th and 5th or 6th dates. For those different types of new attacks, if you want to create a correlation rule, that is called customized one. Okay. So any new or based on our business requirement, what type of attacks we want to monitor. Example, I can give one more example, cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency completely new to our entire market. Cryptocurrency are Bitcoins. Second one is blockchain. So blockchain also, once again, new trending technology. Then we have IoT, Internet of Things. So for these different types of fields also, we have to implement cybersecurity. So far, every SIEM tool is not supporting blockchain correlation rules, or maybe cryptocurrency correlation rules, or maybe IoT correlation rules. First, we have to identify cryptocurrency side, what are the different types of attacks are entering into the market. What type of attacks attackers are doing. In the similar blockchain side, in the similar way, so IoT side. Once we, sorry, once we are gathering those different types of new attacks, for those type of attacks, we have to create a rule. By default, SIEM tool is not supporting those type of rules because it's new to industry or new to market itself. So that is called customized based on our business requirement. And also whenever new rule, if you want to create that is not existing in the already default rules, that is called customized. Okay. If I want to say in our day-to-day life also, maybe you want to build one of the dream house and you are the architect for that particular house. Based on your dream house, what are requirements you have, you will inform to the respective, sorry, you will inform to respect to architect, and according to your requirement, architect will design your entire architecture of the building. So that is called customized requirement. Couple of other cases, okay, so builders will be there, they will build the apartments without taking your requirement and they will do it for sale. So that is called default. And once again, we have to do interior design and customize our requirement. So this is the same way is applicable to here also. Here also. Default rules, whatever by default for every attack it is supporting SIEM tool, that is called default rules. So every SIEM tool is supporting out of box. Every SIEM tool is supporting. When you say out of box, so many rules. Out of box correlation rules. Okay, example, IBM Curator. Take IBM Curator, it is supporting more than 500 plus correlation rules. Take ELK or Splunk. It is supporting more than 700. If you want to change the existing correlation rule, that is also customized one. If you want to create a new one, that is also called customized one. So example, I will give another practical scenario. Brute force attack, if you want to receive the alert notification. So threshold, we have defined. So whenever any end user or maybe, okay, so attacker is trying to do, okay, so more than 5 attempts or more than 3 attempts. Okay, so automatically alert has to generate. So what is meant by that one? Example, take Facebook itself. So I am the attacker. I know your username or I know your mobile number. So then I'm trying your password. So maybe 3 attempts or 4 attempts or 5 attempts. So 5 attempts I typed. Still, I'm not able to guess your password. So that is the by default, maybe every SIEM tool is supporting. So whenever any internal user or external hacker or intruder, if anyone is trying to do 5 authentication failure attempts, brute force attack has to be generated. So that is the generic condition. Maybe SIEM tool is supporting by default. But in my organization, instead of 5 attempts failures, I need only 3 attempts failure. Whenever any internal user or external attacker or hacker, they are trying to do more than 3 attempts of the guessing the passwords using trial and error method, so alert has to generate. For already existing rule, what we are doing now, we are doing modification of the existing rule as per our business requirement. That is called customized one. Based on my business requirement, so instead of 5 authentication failures, I am changing to 3 authentication failures. So that is modification of existing correlation rule. So that is also we can call it as a customized one. This is the way how we have to 2 different types of rules we will configure. One is default rules and customized one. Nobody will ask in the interview point of view, did you create any default rules? Because default rules are already there in the SIEM tool itself. So they will ask this one only. Did you create any customized rules? Customized rules. Okay. Customized meaning here, based on our business requirement, we have to create a rules that is called customized rule. We will create rules for different types of attacks. Is called customized one. Okay. So these are all the 2 different types of rules. So first one is interview questions. Even without informing also, did you create any correlation rules? So indirectly what they are asking, they are not asking about default rules. They are asking about customized rules. Okay. So couple of times we have to, only one thing we have to remember, logic is very, very important. In these rules also, logic is very important. The logic only they will ask. They will not ask where you are going and you are creating a rule in the SIM tool. Which tab you are going, where you are going and where you are, okay, creating the rule. They will not ask all those things. Okay, so take any one of the example in our entire career. So which type of correlation rules you created? So explain about one of the customized correlation rule, whatever you created. So as I said, it's a more than implementation. It's implementation basically. But still, they will expect in the interview point of view, did you create any customized correlation rule creation? Okay. So it is one of the very, very favorite interview question, guys. So as I said morning, after completing this class, I will attach maybe 5 to 10 correlation rules in IBM Curator, how to create, in Exabeam, how to create. Please go through that correlation rules. So I given step-by-step process, like roles and responsibilities I provided, right? Same as it is. So where to go and how to create the logic. So entire thing, sorry guys, entire thing I created in one Excel sheet. So that logic is very, very important. The logic only have to remember. Okay, there is no need to buy hat also. Just we have to understand about the concept, how the attack tactics and techniques and procedure attacker is using, and what is the logic behind that particular attack. So this is basically implementation level. But still, as I said, you are L1 or L2 or L3, they will ask, do you know how to create correlation rule? It's a compulsory 100% interview question. Along with your roles and responsibilities, recent incident investigation, and did you create anytime correlation rules? These three are for every interview, they will ask these three questions. Okay. So along with this one, obviously, what is MITRE framework? So what is different type of tactics and techniques and procedures you are using? What is incident lifecycle management process? What is cyber kill process? So ports and protocols, difference between encryption and hashing, difference between symmetric and asymmetric, and couple of other attacks. Today, one more interview question I forgot to say. What is cross-site scripting attack? What are the different types of cross-site scripting attacks we have? And also, what are the mitigation steps for cross-site scripting attack? Okay. So these questions are regularly for any interview. Most expected interview questions are this one only. So maybe additionally, they'll ask maybe 2 or 3. So that is our overall interview process. Okay. So next one. So as I said, after this class, what I will do, I will attach one of the Excel sheet. So around 5 to 10 correlation rules will be there. So what are you like? You can choose one of the correlation rules and you can explain. Anyway, I will discuss once again all these things in future at the part of SIEM tool, but it's a compulsory interview question. Okay. So next one is threat intelligence feeds. So regularly in YouTube channel, I am uploading all these threat intelligence news. Okay. So what is this threat intelligence feeds or threat intelligence news? So what
Sir, not audible.
apologies, guys. Power has gone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you so much. Thank you. Apologies once again. Yeah. So threat intelligence feeds. So this is also one of the favorite interview question. What are the different types of attacks are there in the news? So what are the different types of attacks are there in the news from past 1 month or past 2 months or past 3 months? So once again, yesterday evening Infosys interview question, this one. So maybe you are asking how you are knowing all these interview questions, because whenever any student is attending the interviews, they will call me and they will ask what are the different types of interview questions they asked in the interview point of view. They will rectify those interview questions answers. Okay, yesterday evening, one of the student is attended Infosys interview and he told me what are the different types of questions they asked. Okay, then whatever question they asked, I used to discuss about all those questions in the classes. So yesterday question is related to what are the recent threat intelligence news are there in the respective attack point of view from past 1 month or past 2 months or past 6 months. So if you are following my YouTube channel, you are aware of all those Okay, so November, December, January, and so on, those different types of attacks. Okay, so yeah. So this threat intelligence also called as CTI, cyber threat intelligence. This is also called as a GTI, global threat intelligence. So cyber threat intelligence or global threat intelligence, meaning here, whatever potential attacks are happening all over the worldwide, those news is called threat intelligence. So different types of threat intelligence news channels, or maybe blogs, or maybe groups. So they will come and they will give in all these different types of ways of the communication. What's happening in the market? What are the new different types of attacks are happening? Example, you know already, AIMS ransomware attack. Okay, Sabdarganj hospital ransomware attack. So once again, ICM are trying to do compromise by database. So block magic ransomware attack. Okay, supply chain attack for the 29 Israel countries. Okay, so there are so many newses are coming day by day. So how we are getting those news is called cyber threat intelligence. Potential attacks are happening all over the worldwide. Okay, so how we are getting those threat intelligence? Once we are getting, what we have to do, that is also very important. Okay, right now, okay, these are all things are happening all over the worldwide. Now what we have to do from our side to prevent those type of attacks proactively? Okay, so example, block magic ransomware is there in the news. In Ukraine, 5 countries, 5 organizations are compromised. In Ukraine, five organizations are compromised. So in case that block magic ransomware attack is coming or entering into my organization, what proactively I have to go and I have to block? It is one type proactive threat hunting. So whatever that .dll files or .exe files, first we have to understand about overall block magic ransomware attack, which files that ransomware attack is coming. We have to gather the entire information. We have to gather the malicious IP address. We have to gather the malicious URL links. We have to gather the malicious hash values. We have to gather the malicious domain names. Okay, all those different types of malicious IP addresses, malicious domain names, malicious hash values, malicious URL links, or malicious MAC addresses, and so on. We have to bring those IP addresses and we have to block in our organization level, in the firewall level, in the EDR level, in the proxy level, in the DNS server level, in the SMTP server level, and so on. Proactively, you are doing everything, whatever threat intelligence news are there in the market. So everything in the proactive way instead of reactive. So proactive difference is reactive. Reactive is nothing but already something is got compromised. That is called reactive. Proactive meaning here. So with proactive measurement, we are blocking all those malicious IPs, malicious URLs, malicious domains, malicious hash values. So threat intelligence feeds integration. So indirectly, it is supporting threat hunting mechanism. Okay, threat hunting mechanism is depending on several parameters. One of the parameters is threat intelligence feeds integration. So first, that's why what we should understand, every organization, so they will send the maybe weekly ones or maybe twice bi-weekly ones. It's not a mandatory. Otherwise, we have to go and we have to search in the dark reading portal or maybe India set or US set or Naked Security or ISACA or European Council or IS Square or CSO online. So there are so many blogs or websites are there. At least we have to go and we have to read 10 to 15 minutes per day what's happening. After that, is there any malicious IP addresses, malicious domains, all those things they given in those articles or not? If are giving those malicious things, then proactively in our organization, in these networking security related firewalls, proxies, network IDs, in the endpoint security tools like antivirus or EDR or DLP or HDS, HFAs, In the web application firewalls, we have to block proactively. So threat intelligence feeds integration. So directly or indirectly, so it is supporting to proactive threat hunting. Okay. So this is in day-to-day life. If I want to explain, you know already very well, 2 years back or maybe 2.5 years back. So at the time of Corona has occurred, there is no medication and there is no tablets or there is no pills and there is no injection and so on. So many people, they used to do kashayam, they used to take care of the drinking hot water proactively in case if anything will infection will come. So how we have to increase our immunity power. So many people has done this one practically, you know already. Same concept you can apply here as well. Proactively, we are taking all those measurements. So we are blocking everything. Once it is reaching to our organization, it will block it. Okay. So that is called proactive threat hunting. Threat intelligence feeds news if you are coming and if you are identifying those threat intelligence news, and if we are gathering the information related to threat intelligence news, then we can go and we can block in our tools proactively. So that is called threat intelligence feeds integration. So then how we can define now this one? So CTA or GTI. So nothing but cyber threat intelligence or global threat intelligence is information gathered from a range of sources or tools or blogs about current potential attacks happening all over the worldwide. So that is called threat intelligence feeds or news. Okay. TA means threat intelligence. So what are worldwide potential threats are happening, we have to go and we have to identify. After identifying, what information we have to gather. So we have to gather TA information like TA information of below things we have to gather. So what are those below things? Example, attack name. Next one is malicious domains. Through which domains are there in the news? Malicious IPs, not IPS, IPs. Malicious URL links, malicious scripts. So next one is malicious hash values and so on. So these are all the different types of malicious things we have to gather from these news or blogs or websites or news channels and so on. After gathering what we have to do, we have to block all these things proactively in our organization level, endpoint security tools, application security tools, network security tools, and so on. Okay. After gathering malicious information, we have to block proactively in our organization tools like EDR, firewall, proxy, WAF, DNS, email gateway, SMTP server, and so on. So example. So malicious domains. Malicious domains. Where we have to block malicious domains? Anyone? What the tool name? Tool name for malicious domain. Which tool we have to block? Hey guys, I'm asking you only. Malicious domains where we have to block.
Firewall.
Firewall.
EDR tool, sir.
EDR. No.
So first one is DNS,
Antivirus.
whitelisting. DNS, whitelisting of the domains and block listing of the domains. Domain name server. Okay. So app control or web control option is there in EDR. You are right. And the app control and web control option is there even in firewall as well. Okay. Even we can block websites. If that one is related to website, we can block in the proxy as well. But these three tools are very, very important. Domain
But
name blocking.
DNS will be in the first zone, right?
Yeah,
DNS
because
server.
in case firewall is bypassing, EDR is
Okay.
bypassing. So like additional layer approach.
Multi-thread.
Defense
Okay.
in depth control. Yes, defense in depth control. You are right. Okay, all these are interior questions only. Where you will block IP address, where you will block URL link, where you will block domain name, where you will block hash value, and so on. So next one. Malicious IPs. Where we have to block malicious IPs?
Firewall.
Firewall. Yeah, firewall is the number one tool to block the IP address. So next one, malicious URL links. Anyone?
Proxy.
Proxy.
Proxy, only proxy?
Firewall.
outside.
Firewall, proxy and firewall. Even nowadays, EDR also that option is available. App control and web control. Blocking of the websites. We have seen already Sophos EDR supporting for app control and web control.
వాళ్ళందరూ ఆ
Okay.
పేజీలు తీసి పెట్టుకున్నారు అనుకుంటా. ఫస్ట్ ఇది ఎవరు చెప్పలేదు.
Okay. Proxy and firewall. Next one is even EDR also, but main thing is proxy and firewall. Next one is malicious hash values.
Virus total.
Why will block in public website? In your organization, you have to consider, not in public. Everything we have to block proactively in our organization. Okay. So where we have to block malicious hash value? Hash value.
Hash value.
Anyone? Where we
EDR.
discuss-
EDR.
EDR, that's correct. EDR, we discussed already.
Yes,
Hash
yes.
value method, where we discussed EDR tool. Okay. So this is the way how we can go and we can block. Who will block this one? In the instant investigation process, we have to raise a separate ticket. But when you're explaining the instant analysis wise, don't say I will go and I will raise a separate ticket to block IP address. I will block I will go and create separate ticket for the URL link. I will go and I will create separate ticket for the blocking of domain name and so on. Okay. So I can go and I can block all these things in respect to tools. So this is what you have to say. Okay. So these things, all these are okay. Interior questions, guys. Once again. So we discussed OSINT. Did you remember OSINT? When did we discuss OSINT? Very first class or second class? So open source intelligence. Yes, open source intelligence. So I think after demo class, I provided course content or maybe somewhere yeah. Give me 1 second. I am not sure whether I provided or not. No, I did not provide,
No,
but
sir.
here also, yeah. So one more additional website is OSINT. So OSINT, it's a open source intelligence. So many tools, whatever we are using, all these are commercial threat intelligence feeds. All these are commercial threat intelligence feeds. Okay. So example, McAfee, they have their own threat intelligence, and IBM QRadar, they have their own threat intelligence. A logarithm, they have their own threat intelligence. Splunk, they have their own threat intelligence. Cisco Talos, they have their own threat intelligence and so on. These threat intelligence, it will identify whether it is a malicious or not also, and we can block those things in our respective tools. Example. So Cisco Talos. This is Cisco Talos is threat intelligence group. So continuously Cisco R&D team. So whatever it is happening all over the worldwide, they will integrate it to this tool. That is called threat intelligence feeds integration. Now we can go and we can access this portal as well. Whenever any attack is there in the news, either IP address or domain name or network owner. Okay, so whatever different types of attacks are coming, just we can check the reputation here also. Not only MX tool, IP wide, IP abuse database. This portal belongs to Cisco. It is not a commercial one. It is a open source, free of cost. We can go and we can verify. In the similar way, OSINT, open source intelligence. It's also free of cost. But McAfee, Splunk, IBM, all those are completely we have to pay money. So this is the OSINT framework. So here we can go and we can click on what are the different types of usernames is coming in the form of, okay. So threat intelligence news are there. Okay, so it will link it up with some other websites as well. So malicious usernames, malicious email addresses, malicious domain names, malicious IP addresses, they integrated with other websites as well. Example, if I'm going and if I'm checking IP address, IP wide, IP abuse database, MX tool, they integrated to other intelligence. Example, you can see if I'm clicking on IPv4, these are the couple of tools they integrate with OSINT. AS lookup. Next one is 1EP, IPv4 CIDR report, reverse report, team. These are the couple of other integrations. So if I'm clicking on this one, we can verify here also. Okay. Unfortunately, in my organization, they blocked this website. Okay, these are all the different types of threat intelligence. So many websites information it is provided here. Okay, it's a free of cost. Okay, please go and check once here. So threat intelligence optionals available. IBM exports. This is what I'm saying. IBM said they have their own, okay, threat intelligence tool is there that is called IBM exports. Okay. In the similar way, malware information sharing platform, malware patrol, sorry, project honeypot. Okay, all these different types of websites related to threat intelligence. So IBM exports also one of the threat intelligence, but it's a commercial one, not a open source one. Okay, all those different types of information is provided in OSINT, open source intelligence. So once you are clicking on these different types of tools, now we have to go and we have to verify in these tools. So many are commercial, so many are open source. Just visit this one, you can play with all these different types of tabs. Okay. So I will give those tools names as well. Commercial, threat intelligence tools. So example, IBM exports. If you're purchasing IBM QRadar, they will say, please purchase IBM exports as well. Okay, this is additional licensing cost. Maybe around 2,000 or 5,000 they will charge additionally. So next one is we have McAfee, Global Threat Intelligence, GTA, Global Threat Intelligence, Logarithm. I will repeat all these things once again. It's a part of architecture diagrams. Logarithm, GTA, Global Threat Intelligence, Splunk, GTA. Examine, unfortunately, they don't have as of now. In future, they will develop. Okay, so these are all the commercial and open source. So OSINT, open source intelligence framework. Okay, so these things once again we can discuss part of SIEM tools architecture diagram and what are the different types of licensing option is available every vendor. There I will discuss about all these once again. But all these once again, as I said, it's not a free of cost. We have to purchase additional licensing like maybe $2,000 or $5,000. Then they will give access to us. Okay, so that is about threat intelligence feeds. These are all threat intelligence feeds. These feeds we have to block in the respective tools. Now threat intelligence feeds, indirectly supporting to which one? Proactive threat hunting. So note I will provide. Note threat intelligence or threat hunting. Threat hunting is depending on one of the factor of threat intelligence feeds integration. Okay. So threat hunting is depending on one of the threat intelligence feeds integration. That means, so threat intelligence feeds integration we are doing, indirectly we are taking care of proactive threat hunting as well. Okay, so proactive threat hunting is L1 or L2 or L3? Proactive threat hunting level is belongs to L1 or L2 or L3?
L3 sir.
L3, that's right, L3. Okay, so next topic is triage. So triage meaning here, gathering the information related to incident or related to attack or related to alert. Okay, gathering the information related to attack or incident or alert is called triage. Okay. So that's called triage. So this one, how we can define gathering of IOC and IOA, asset profiling, user profiling. Okay. So triage meaning here, what are the different factors it depending on once again, IOC, indicator of compromise, IOA, indicator of attacker, next one, asset profiling. Profiling means once again gathering only. Next one, user profiling. So triaging is depending on all these parameters, all those parameters. So now we can go and we can discuss about what is IOC, what is IOA, what is asset profiling, what is user profiling. So next topic is IOC. So indicator of compromise. Indicator of compromise, compromise related indicators of the system. Okay, in the organization level, so compromised system or compromised machine related details, indicator. How we can define that particular machine as an indicator. So what are the unique values we have for any system? Example IP address, example MAC address, example computer name or host name, even FQDN name or username. Okay, all those are indicator of compromise and where it is located, whether it is end user system or whether it is server, whether it is physical or whether it is a virtual, gathering all those informations of the different types of indicators. So how we can define this one? So IOC represents victim mission related details. Victim means who is going to impact. Whatever system or user is going to impact. So that is called indicator of compromise. Whatever system is got compromised or whatever user is going to get impact. So that victim related mission related details, gathering the information is called indicator. So what are the different types of victim related details we will gather, or what are the indicators we can represent? So example, IP address of the machine, host name. This is also called as computer name. This is also called system name. Okay, next one, MAC address. So next one is whether it is an end user system or server. Okay, nothing but laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop or Windows server or Linux server or database server, those things, indicators. So next one, whether it is a physical or virtual, where it is located, location. So all those things are different types of indicators. We have to gather this IOC. This IOC is also called as indirectly asset profiling and user profiling. Profiling, gathering once again, receiving or taking information. So asset profiling, user profiling. IOC is also called as or asset profiling or user profiling. So here username as well. What is the username? Okay, so these are all the different types of indicators for the victim related details. Whatever it is got compromised or going to impact IOC indicators. So next one is IOA. Indicator of attacker. So what are the different types of indicator of the attackers? So this also has a intruder related or adversary related or hacker related details. So what are the different types of indicators we can identify as a hacker or intruder? So example, IP address of the hacker, location of the hacker, from which country is trying to do the hacking. Next one, what type of tactics and techniques and procedure is used? Tactics, techniques, and procedures. Okay, so nothing but TTPs. So what type of tactics, whether data exfiltration tactic, whether persistence tactic, whether lateral movement tactic, whether okay, privilege escalation tactic or initial access, discovery, reconnaissance. Okay, so 14 tactics we have. So any one of the thing. So all those is a part of so tactics and techniques and procedures. So gathering entire information, a combination of both IOC plus IOA is called as what we can call the entire thing.
Triage.
Yes, that's right. Triage. First thing is any security analyst, what he will do whenever any alert is received, he will do the classification of the incident. What type of incident I received? So example, whatever incident, I mean, what are different types of attacks we discussed? Whether it's a privilege escalation attack or whether it's a phishing email attack, whether it's a ransomware attack or whether it is whaling or whether it's DOS or DDoS or brute force or VPN authentication failure or virus worm or SQL injection or cross-site scripting and so on. That is the first thing. Once any alert is received, first we should understand what type of incident we received. Second step is we have to gather the triaging. So who is going to impact? If it's a true positive, so if it's a false positive also, what type of alert is received to impacted machine? So entire information will gather. Okay, so that is called triaging. Once we will gather, then we'll start the analysis, investigation process. Okay, after concluding the investigation process, we can classify the incident as a false positive and true positive. Every alert or every incident, all these information it will be there. All this information will be there along with this one. So even we can see the logs also. Yesterday we discussed logs, right? Log source from where these logs are reflecting. Okay, I want to say one more thing. In case malware category of the attacks, we can see some of the additional information in the indicator compromise related details. I'm repeating once again question. In the malware category of the attacks, we can see some of the additional information or additional indicators related to IOC. Anyone? Anyone? I will add those things as well. Malware category, how it will come?
By phishing.
Phishing.
Yeah, those are the sources. But indicator. What are the
You-
indicators?
USPs.
Those are all the sources you are saying. I'm not asking sources. Drive-by downloads, removable devices, phishing email attachment. Those are sources. But how can you say that is related to malware?
Okay, indicators.
Yeah,
Hanging
indicators.
hanging of the system.
That is symptoms. That is symptoms.
Adware.
No.
No, can you ask the question once again?
What are the indicators we can gather related to IOC once the system is got compromised by malware?
Some hanging, RAM utilization more, automatically shut down.
That is symptoms. Yeah, someone is saying that's
File
right.
name, domain name.
Exactly. File name, file size, file category. Okay. File extension. So these are all the indicators. These information also will gather from the whatever system is got compromised. So these are additional things for the malware category. What you said, some of the symptoms, manually how we can identify. Second thing is, so whatever sources of the malware. So how those malwares are entering into the organizational level. So, but most of the cases, whenever any malware category of the attacks will come, we have to gather this information as well as a part of triage. So we have to understand where it is located, path of the file, whether it is a C drive or a D drive, whether it is downloaded under the users or downloads or temporary field, or whether those files is downloaded and installed in the documents or downloads option and so on. Okay, so that file name we have to identify. So ADR will give, or maybe log itself it will give, and file size, file category, even I can say payload as well. So this is dedicated applicable to malware category. This remaining all are applicable to for every category. Okay, so this is the way how we can gather triage. Okay, so once you are gathering triage, what you will do? You will do the analysis now, log analysis. Then you can classify the incident is a false positive and true positive. If it is a false positive, you will attach the evidences. Everything, whatever you gathered, you can make a summary of the report in the ticketing tool, and you can close the incident. If it's a true positive, then you will escalate to L2 team. So L1 role is simple. L1 role is simple, but cracking the inter is difficult nowadays. So this inter is completely like L2 and L3 they're expecting. Even you are applying for L1 level.
But L1 also asking 1 year experience, not fresher, right?
Freshers also selected. Approximate 7 members are selected recently.
Okay, nowadays, I mean, mostly they're asking for L1 role also 1 year experience.
No, yeah. So recent trend, whatever city selected in 14th batch, 6 members are selected. All those are freshers. So they said at the time of the interview. So we took the 3 months training. So we attended the cybersecurity training and we attended. So they are 2022 passed out.
Okay.
So they are giving they are going now under training. So for them, they are giving like a scratch. Once again, those companies who are selected, they are giving trainings now. Okay. So that is about IOC and IOE and triaging. This is compulsory for every incident we have to gather. This is not entire question. This is not at all entire question, but every incident. So you have to gather all this information. At the time of your roles and responsibilities also, now you can go and you can see, you will say all these. So once any incident or alert is received through either email notification or maybe through the SIEM dashboard, as a L1 analyst or L2 analyst or L3 analyst, first I can identify what type of incident I received. Whether it is a malware category or phishing email category or flooding category or voice top 10 category, spoofing category, and so on. After gathering the incident, I will do the triaging of the incident. So I will gather the indicator of compromise or asset profiling or user profiling or indicator of attack related details. Example, IP address of the victim, host name of the victim, MAC address of the victim, log source of the victim, Okay, physical, whether it is end system or server, all these things we have to say in the roles and responsibilities. Please go and visit once roles and responsibilities after this class as well. Okay, next one is forensic investigation. See, digital forensics are different, analog forensics are different. Whatever we are doing the instant investigation, this is called analog forensics. Analog forensics. So someone is posted in the group, I think cybersecurity trend. Someone is posted in the group, I think Ganesh or someone. I'm not sure how many people read that particular newspaper, whatever is posted in
Yes,
the
yes.
Enadu. So you can see one of the job description is related, not job description. One of the thing is related to digital forensics. Digital forensics. So endpoint security, we are able to see cloud security is there, information security is there, network security is there, endpoint security is there, application security is there. Along with that one more is there, digital forensics. So digital forensics normally is different, and whatever right now we are doing is different. Whatever we are doing completely analog forensics only. Digital forensics meaning here, we can take image of that particular system or mobile, then we can use couple of other tools. Okay, actual forensic investigation is that one. Okay, so whatever SIM tool we are using, that is completely like analog forensics or normal instant investigation. So for instant, okay, so example I will give. Maybe Supreme Court, maybe High Court, maybe police departments, maybe Navy, maybe Army, maybe Minister of Defense or Minister of Education, or maybe airports. So couple of times they will enter the terrorist, or couple of times maybe border crossing people they will enter. Either they will catch the mobiles of the Navy people by killing the respective people in the border itself. So to get the some of the confidential data. Example, if I want to say practically, in between Pakistan and India, so obviously border will be there. BSF team, they will take care. Border security people, or maybe Navy and not Navy, Army. Even Navy people also, oceans, they will take care of everything, whether they are entering to our ocean or not. That is also example. These terrorists, they killed couple of people. So they have like a walkie-talkie kind of public safety products will be there. Calling one person to another person, or maybe mobiles they will use for calling one person to another person. In case whoever killed those terrorists, they catch that particular mobiles or walkie-talkie or public safety products. So if they are opening the, respect to mobile, they can see the entire data. Now, if you are managing those images in our centralized MDM tools, like management device, mobile management devices tools, that image will be there with us. Okay, so I'm repeating once again. Don't confuse here. So someone, okay, one of the Pakistan terrorists killed, okay, Army officer, Army Navy officer, Army board a BSF team. So in that scenario, he got completely about the walkie-talkie or maybe mobile, whatever our Indian, okay, so Navy officer or Army officer used mobile. So then in case if you want to open, and in case SIM card or everything, whatever is taking, he can gain some of the confidential data, right? In case if you are using MDM, mobile device management, and digital forensics, if that image, whatever we are using, even though that guy is sitting in the Pakistan border, everything we can see. Even Pakistan guy is already caught, or maybe he's stolen, or maybe he has taken that mobile. What level of the data he has breached? Everything we can do using the digital forensics. Okay, so that is called actually digital forensics. Digital forensics meaning here, either you can take the raw image, otherwise directly you can connect a physical device to that particular tool. So example, we have couple of tools are there. Those tools are oxygen forensics. So I will explain later. Forensic investigation. So how we can define this one? It is a step-by-step process of incident analysis and incident response is called as incident investigation or forensic investigation. Okay, so now couple of tools are there for digital forensics, and I'm not referring the analog forensics, whatever we are doing. So digital forensics tools are NCase is number one right now in the market. So next one is Celebrate, the mobile forensics, Oxygen forensics. Next one is AD. AD will come under which one? FTK. Let me check. FTK. Access data. Okay. Access data. So these are forensics toolkit FTK. Okay, so next one is dedicated to mobile, Celebrate. So these are all the couple of tools are there. So dedicatedly, if you want to use either raw image, so tools are example, I will show you. FTK, take example of FTK imager. So this is the tool. So this is looks like in this way. FTK previously is a separate entity or separate organization. Now this one is acquired by Access Data. Okay, so this image, so it is not showing here. Yeah, so this is the tool basically. This tool, FTK tool, we will install on top of the Windows Server or Windows system. On top of this one, we will install on top of the Windows Server or Windows system. Now, whatever analysis if you want to do, so take either mobile or take either laptop, whatever it is got compromised. Then you can attach physically through cable. Either through physically cable, you can connect to this server, nothing but one of the laptop is got compromised. If you want to do digital forensic analysis, take that laptop and come to this tool, wherever this tool is installed. Okay, so you can connect physically through RJ45 Ethernet cable. If you want to say practically, so example, your laptop and your mobile, you are connecting through one physical cable connection. Laptop and mobile, you want to transfer some of the photos or some of the videos from mobile to laptop or laptop to mobile. Same way, whatever system is got compromised, that system you can connect physically to this FTK tool. Then you have to schedule the jobs. What are the different of jobs we have to schedule? Thumbnails is one of the job we have to schedule. Malware is one of the job. Yara files is one of the job. Okay, phishing email is one of the job. Flooding is one of the job. In such a way, we have to configure all those different types of category of the attacks. Now we have to run the respect to jobs whatever we created. Job is nothing but policies or rules. Then we have to click on those jobs or rules. It will take maybe 1 hour or 2 hours. It will complete the antivirus scanning, and it can give the overall what level of the data breach it is happened, whether really compromised or not. Okay, so what are the different malwares are executed or installed, everything we can see. So digital forensics, that is one thing. One more is take instead of taking, okay, so directly physical device, we have images will be there. Images, that images we can store in the centralized server. Take image in the form of E0, E1, E2, E0, E1, E2. So those images just directly can import on this tool. Directly can import on this tool, and you can create once again same jobs, malware scanning jobs, phishing email scan, thumbnail scans, Yara scans, and so on. So it will scan entire image and it can say, is there any attacks or got compromised, like a malware executions or malware installations. Okay, so any files are executed or installed, any phishing emails are got compromised, what level of the data breach it is happened, everything we can see. So that is digital forensics basically. So this is completely entire course is different itself. This course itself, it is different. In India, especially for Indian government, so they have more than 3 lakhs pending cases are there for digital forensics side. Government sector of India, I'm saying. Government of sector of India, so around more than 3 lakhs pending digital forensic cases are there. So who are all doing all these digital forensic analysis? This one is doing by National Investigation Agency. This was there in the news, I think, at the time of AIMS is got compromised. India set. Okay. Next one is a couple of central-based investigation agencies. Okay. So those agencies are doing these pending cases of the analysis. So when they will complete all those 3 lakhs digital forensic analysis, it is not like that. Okay, one attack is coming and we can complete within 1 hour or 2 hours. It will take couple of cases one day also, 2 days also, 3 days also. It is a lengthy process. That's why nowadays banking sector, HSBC Bank, Citibank, Axis Bank, okay, Standard Chartered Bank. So all these different big banks, they are recruiting especially for digital forensic vacancies as well. Okay, it is one of the demanding technology. I can say in India, less than 2,000 people are there in this field. They should be aware of the legal compliances. They should be aware of the digital forensic analysis tools as well. Okay, this topic is different once again. Okay, so this is most of the cases, every organization, they will do the analysis of these digital forensic investigations. Most of the cases, police departments, or maybe, okay, so Supreme Court, or maybe High Court is getting compromised, or assemblies are getting compromised. So they have critical data will be there. Those companies, they will do all these analysis. Okay. So banking sector also very critical data, right? Nowadays, these companies are recruiting digital forensic vacancies in their respective so and so companies. So whenever you are applying vacancies, please concentrate on, okay, applying of these vacancies, don't apply. This is different concept once again. Okay, purchasing one license itself, example, I can say FTK itself, it will take 3 lakhs, software itself. 3 lakhs licensing we have to purchase, that when we have to install on top of the server. Okay. Once again, maintenance charges are different, support charges are different, and so on. Okay. Why I'm saying all this in-depth analysis? Because I worked on and I implemented all this for EDNOC, okay, Royal Women Police, Dubai Police Department, and so on. Okay, so next coming back. Yeah, so coming back to our incident investigation. So step-by-step process of incident investigation is called as either incident investigation or forensic investigation. Whatever incident investigation we are doing, that is SIEM tool-based incident investigations. Okay, so even in the market also, out of 1,000 calls you are receiving, 9,999 calls are belongs to, okay, so SIEM tool-based incident investigation analysis only. Remaining 1 or 2 calls maybe belongs to digital forensics. In future, as per my opinion and experience, so every company, they will recruit digital forensics tools as well. Main candidates. Okay. One drawback in the digital forensics, one investigation itself, it will take longer time. So instead of 4 hours, it will take sometimes 1 day also to analyze everything and complete running the scans on the image. Because entire OS, it has to scan entire libraries and packages. It's not like OS scan, that is different. That is vulnerability management. It will run against malware and ARA files. ARA files is a part of malware investigation. Okay, so this is different one. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll continue tomorrow. What is UBA? So today entire question, what is UBA? And what is SOAR? So today interview question is what is OBA? Do you have experience on OBA? OBA means user entity behavior analytics. So at the time of discussion of EDR tool, detection methods, one of the detection method is called machine learning and artificial intelligence, right? So that machine learning and artificial intelligence in SIEM tool is called as UBA, user entity behavioral analytics. So this attack is used for to do the instant analysis of, sorry, to do the instant investigation analysis of so unknown attacks because it doesn't have any signature. Okay, it will work on the based on the historical approach. Whatever new attacks are entering into the organization level. Okay, so that's all for today evening, guys. Tomorrow we'll continue. Tomorrow class is there at 7:30. Any questions you have?
Hello,
Yes, please.
sir. I have a general question, not related to the classes.
Yes.
So, when as we are moving to the field of machine learning and artificial intelligence,
Yes.
they have. I mean, in future there will be more demand for this machine learning and artificial intelligence. How long? When these two, how long it will have impact upon cybersecurity, sir?
So always machine learning concepts they will use in cybersecurity 100%. It is a hand in hand. Why? Because unknown attacks. So we are not sure when new attackers are developing new malwares or new phishing emails, new scripts, and so on. So obviously, these two will work on hand in hand in future as well.
I mean, my doubt is like many of us saying like we are moving to as we are moving to this field. Cybersecurity is no need of anything because all will be the machine learning and artificial intelligence only.
No, 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 no. That is wrong opinion. If everything is giving the machine learning itself, so everything will come false positives. Who will block all those cybersecurity related attacks without doing a manual analysis? Whether tool can understand using machine learning capacity? Impossible. So 100% maybe, okay, so now 20 members team is there. Maybe in future 18 members team is there. Maybe 2 resource count is reduced. That doesn't mean that everything will be taken care of machine. If machine is there, so why we are required? So obviously it is not possible, it's impossible. So definitely we have to identify false positive and true positives. Machine learning capacity cannot identify false positive and true positive, whether really system is got compromised or not got compromised. So that capacity machine learning cannot do it. Even if it is got compromised, how it will rectify the respective analysis and investigation process? So we have to use so many tools. So to do the blocking and infection cleaning, whether machine learning capability can take care of infection cleaning without human being or human intervention, it's impossible. Is it clear?
With artificial intelligence also, it's not possible.
No, it's not possible.
Okay.
So I'm saying maybe right now 20 members team is there. Maybe this count is reduced to 18 members in the SOC team. So remaining 2 members may be not required for the machine learning wise because of machine is learning. Okay, but that doesn't mean that cybersecurity doesn't have any support. So obviously one dedicated human being is required to do the infection cleaning, to do the compromised analysis, to identify false positive and true positive. Definitely 100% is required. One more thing. So if cybersecurity field is, it's going away. So obviously we have cloud security option is available. Application security option is available. Network security option is available. GRC vacancy is available. Vulnerability management vacancy is available. Okay, product security is available and so on. We can switch into other field. There is no need to, till internet is available. There is no, okay, so there is no issue for the cybersecurity field at all. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, okay, clear. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other?
Yeah, in threat intelligence feeds,
Yes.
the tools are used to check with the IP addresses which we found in the threat intelligence feeds.
No, those the actual OSINT. Do you mean OSINT?
Yeah, OSINT, yeah, and Cisco
Why-
tell us.
Yeah, OSINT, it will give the overall threat intelligence websites information. From there, we have to go and you have to identify username. What are the different types of websites available? Domain names. What are the different types of websites are available? And next one, domain names, IP addresses, and so on.
No.
So if you are going there, it will take you to another website. There we have to verify our respective malicious URLs, malicious domains, malicious IP address, and so on.
Sir, also please tell the team to upload recorded videos as soon as possible, sir.
Yeah, because Naeem, basically what is happening is when you are uploading the because all these recorded sessions are uploading in the cloud, it is taking at least 2 hours time because sessions are making more than 1.5 hours or more than 1 hour 20 minutes nowadays. So too much time it is taking. That's why we are uploading very late. Apologies from my side, but I can make sure that within the 2 hours of the time we can upload now onwards.
Yes, sir. I mean, still we cannot find the morning recorded video still also.
Okay. Yeah, I can make sure that we can upload within 2 hours of the class is completed.
Okay, okay.
Any other? Okay, guys, thank you so much and good night. So see you tomorrow at 7:30. So, and one more thing, in case class is not there, then I will let you know at least half an hour before itself. Okay, there is no need to ask whether class is there or not daily. Okay, so if class is not there, without at least half an hour before itself, I'll inform, or at least 1 hour before itself, I'll inform. Okay, because you have already planned your weekend and so on, right? So yeah. Is it clear?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, then. Thank you so much, guys. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.